So now the next match we have Oracle Think Tank versus Kagero, straight out of set 1.
If this is the OTT deck, I think it is.
I'm hoping it's Susano Coco, to be honest, but we'll see.
I hope
There's
it's. I
no
hope it's
reason.
OTT.
There's no reason to use Susano with Coco anymore. In fact, it hurts you to do that because you're better off using Coco with the fuck was her name? Cuckoo? Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's for the witch deck, but
Well,
if you
what I'm
actually
saying
compare,
is if you, the less witches you have in the deck, the less you can use the witch stride. In which case, what the fuck are you using witches for?
it's mostly for the draw. Like Coco, what her purpose is in the Susano deck is just to counter the grade 2 game. That's pretty much it. Because I've seen people who've tried the grade 2 game, a friend of mine, he would just ride Coco and he'd just laugh at them because it was legit the worst idea. Because, I mean, give me a better grade 3 that you can use with Susano as a secondary.
Susano has his own grade 3s, has grade 3s for it, if I remember correctly. Like, he actually
I
has
don't
grade
think
3s that have rearguard skills.
Why didn't Toby take that?
Not that I
Because
know
if
of, to
you
be honest.
can guard with one card, why not?
Because if
Yeah, and it's Kagero. You don't want to get pushed too far for
because
the
if
ace.
Coco's in the hand, he needs to counterblast.
And if Coco's not in the hand, then he doesn't care.
Yeah, because you can go Susano and do that. I knew it. Yes, it's Coco Susano. But yeah, to me, I don't know. I think Coco is the best backup grade 3 for this deck because, I mean, it's more friendly. You can do a lot, like, you're not bound by the fact that the other grade 3 is just rearguard based or just
Also,
ride
this motherfucker, Imperial Shrine Guard. How is he using that now?
I mean, if this is Susano Coco, I'm hoping to God that he has 8k boosters, but I mean, sure.
When you do Susano's Stride, then this becomes a 22k column for a Tom. He now lost
Yeah.
that because he has no soul. Susano is not good having no soul.
Oh, I see now why you're talking about. Oh, I see.
That's why I say that Coco's bad with Susano because it doesn't work. Besides, Susano has a pretty decent Counterblast 1 Soul Blast 1 card. What it does eludes me right now, but it's pretty damn good, and he can't use it.
All I'm saying is he doesn't have to use Sumiyoshi. With the Susano Stride, yes, you can hit a lot of numbers, but you can still play the stall out game. Tom is still gonna kill your opponent most of the time.
I
Because his deck
mean,
is 12 crit.
I mean 15k. 15k. It doesn't matter if I can only guard with zeros if I only need 5k to block.
I'm just saying, most of the time this deck checks trigs for no effing reason because it draws too much. And I don't know. Most of the time when I tried this deck, I used to play like 8k boosters with this deck, and it was like really lovely. Most of the time,
I mean,
Tom would work out perfectly well.
that, then you're kind of scrubbing out anyway because that's not a style of Oracle Think Tank that really is complicated or takes a lot of thought. It's just I play Tom. I play an 8k behind Tom, so that's hitting for 16. I'm just gonna keep this here until you die. By the way,
Well, I mean,
the X fucks
LTT does.
the X fucks this because it retires.
What?
Hey, obviously, I'm not saying that the X doesn't screw it, but
What?
you're OTT.
What?
You draw. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, first of all, why are there draws in this deck? Second of all,
He got three. Toby.
I mean, this is why
Okay.
OTTs are the originator of draw triggers. They just get more of them than any other clan.
I'm just saying I would prefer 12 crit because that would make no more sense. You already draw a lot with this deck anyway.
Well,
Also,
now you draw more because he said so.
I don't want to deck out. I'm facing a grind game deck. This is Dodex.
Well, let me put it
Also-
this way. OTT it sounds and appears like it has to stall out in order to do well. It's really not supposed to. And with the new Oracle keyword where you have to have 5 cards or more in order to do something, draw triggers really help when you... Draw triggers really help when you have to start dropping shit on the field because they start killing your rears. And Kagero is the perfect example of, I'm gonna kill your rears.
Well, I don't know. You can really like plan or manage your resources perfectly when it comes to this because of how much this deck draws. Even
I
without
mean,
draw triggers, I usually have enough.
I'm just saying you
I'm not-
have to do so much more. Because I'll tell you right now, I fought a lot of 12 crit OTT decks when that was originally a thing. And I will tell you right now, it is very easy to catch them at a point where they have no hand. It's very easy to get them to that state. And if you run draw triggers, then they don't get to that state.
It'll come down to situation most of the time. I don't know. I personally, for my playstyle with the OTT deck, I don't know. I prefer the 12 crit.
What do you mean no guard? What do you mean no guard?
No guard, crit.
Neo.
What do you mean
Oh
no
my God.
guard?
I mean, keep in mind most of his hand is 5Ks and grade 3s.
What the hell is
Is
that?
that-
What the
Sakuya?
Why is that there?
Oh, geez, Sakuya.
No, what does Sakuya do for this deck? What does she actually do for this deck?
It turns you into a mermaid idol for like one turn.
I mean, all she
Legitimately,
does.
what-
No, I think all she does is that you Soul Blast
there's
to. Is that you Soul Blast to, draw one, then get everything to the hand, including the, grade 0. That's probably just what this is meant to do.
That works. Oh God, he has now 2 soul.
I am asking myself, where is Mimi?
Not in this
Clearly,
deck.
son of a-
Not in this
He's not
deck.
playing a witch deck.
He has a grand total of 2 witches out of the entire deck. The one that's in the Vanguard Circle, and the one that just got retired. That's it.
He has 2 souls, surprisingly.
No perfect guard was seen on this day.
Well, actually,
No, it's
probably
more
he saved
that
the
he's
Tom.
saving the perfect guard for the rears.
Oh, that's right, because Silent Tom's a bitch.
2 Toms.
I mean, Gear
Double
Chronicle
bitch.
do it more often.
I don't want to hear anything about your Gear Chronicle.
Gear Chronicle, the best.
Lucky Pod,
It
best
comes
draw
down to
trigger.
That Imperial Shine Guard is not fair. Just saying.
I mean, this is the win condition of OTT.
Tom is the win condition. This guy just makes it better. Well, GG.
That's how that ends. He would have 6'd healed.
Surprisingly.